Back in 2006, I think it was, there weren't any horror festivals in Wales. Aberystwyth used to have a film festival that moved to Cardiff, but there just wasn't anything. You know, it came to one Halloween and then we heard that Robin Hardy was doing a book tour. We managed to get him up to here on Halloween and I thought, well, great, Robin Hardy's here. Obviously we'll show The Wicker Man. And then I thought, well, you know, we've got Robin Hardy. I think I'm going to put on an old Hammer movie. And then I thought, I'm going to put another film on, and another film, another film. And I kind of got carried away. And yeah, and it turned into a 3-day sort of mini festival.
I genuinely believe that there's something for everyone within horror, even though that might not be immediately obvious. You can have outlandish, cartoonish gore, midnight film type things, and you can have really, you know, profound introspective psychodramas and everything in between that, and it all sort of falls under this beautiful umbrella of horror.
Also the one thing that I particularly like about horror is that it's the one genre that you can enjoy a film even more the worse the film is.
We never would have imagined that people would travel as far as they do to Aberystwyth, actually. And you know, we have a lot of people who will have made that really long journey to Aber and have a great time. We know people who have come back for summer holidays because they've been to Abertoir, which is brilliant. I like to think that we do our little bit of representing Aberystwyth on a world stage and that people like that.
Kind of nice seeing all the hotels get booked up, the bed and breakfasts get booked up. It was originally meant to be for people within the local vicinity, and it's grown into something much more than that, where we've had people coming from Scotland, we've had people coming some from Amsterdam, we've had people from everywhere, and they come in and they can contribute to the economy, to the restaurants, to the bar, considerably so. Well, I didn't see this one coming, so that's yeah, the whole COVID thing was just a massive learning curve. Did a lot of discussion, we did a lot of research, we talked to a lot of festivals. We talked to a huge amount of festivals about what they were doing in America. For example, you know, there were other festivals obviously were adapting quicker. And most importantly, we talked to Film Cymru. You know, we talked to Natasha and Nicola, and we laid it out. We laid out the pros and cons, and you know, and with their support, you know, and their encouragement, we just went for it. Everyone just kind of rallied around. You know, the film distributors rallied around us. Film Cymru supported us. You know, the Arts Centre supported us as well. And most importantly, our audience supported us. The main challenge was, how can we as closely recreate the festival experience, not just sticking on films like in Netflix style, here's a bunch of movies to watch, go and enjoy yourselves. We wanted to create a festival.
I think what ultimately probably helped us the most was the fact that the audience kind of came with us on that slightly risky journey that we took, because we were learning things completely as we were going along. We did so much research in advance of time and sort of made sure we were familiar with all the new things we were using, that we managed to sort of pull it off from that side. And the fact that the audience kind of trusted us to do a good job of it was really vital to the success of it, I think. With adapting to the online festival, definitely talking to Film Cymru was really important, because they made us realise, because we were so caught up in that, oh, it won't be the same sort of mindset, they actually helped us understand that actually maybe this year won't be the same, but it might help you make next year or the year after be more, you know, better than it was before, never mind the same as it was before. We wouldn't really have Abertoir if it wasn't for Film Cymru. I think it's so reassuring as an programmer, an organiser of an event, to know that you've got a sort of trust in what you're doing and a belief in what you're doing, and that's what Film Cymru gives us, really.
It's not just putting on some films and having a Q&A, it's always been about what else can we do to be different, you know, what else can we do to be exciting? You know, as I said, without Film Cymru's support, we wouldn't have been able to do that. They haven't questioned our decisions, they haven't questioned what we want to do, they've gone with it.
Having Film Cymru's support there is really important to us, and it's important to our audience. You know, our audience is really grateful that we're able to put it on in such a way that, is hopefully, you know, like affordable as well. We try to keep things as affordable as we can because we know a lot of people travel to Aberystwyth, for example, and, you know, a week in a hotel and train tickets and petrol and whatever else is quite a lot. Sort of the faith in us and the support in us to be able to pull off what we do is just, I think, vital from Film Cymru.
We increased our audience by a huge amount last year by going online, and we don't want to sort of undo any of that going forwards. We made such a stride forward in developing new audiences. So I think the only way forward really is to do a bit of both.
It was clear from doing the festival online that there were huge benefits to that. And that was clear from what people were telling us directly. It needs that level of accessibility. It's kind of opened up opportunities. We wouldn't want to leave anyone behind who has finally had a chance to experience Abertoir or been able to come back to Abertoir, maybe having attended 10 years ago, say. We wouldn't want to leave any of them behind after last year, so definitely continuing with that online presence in addition to a physical presence is going to be key, I think.